Still drinking my super sauce this morning. You know, Super Chicken has to have his super sauce or he don't have no extra strength. That's vinegar, honey, lemon juice, cinnamon, all mixed up together. So we've had one heck of a nice 4th of July weekend here. We live on a lake back there, and of course it's not like a lot of lakes where people have their docks and all on the water. It's just a big old lake that's all natural, but you can get down to it. And different people around the lake that are friends have you know, access to beaches near their property and stuff. So we spent Saturday going over to a friend's house with beaches and boats and cookouts and barbecues and ribs and all kind of stuff. That was awesome. Then we went to church and heard Perry Noble preach Sunday. And we went to another friend's house and spent beach time swimming and hanging out. And then we went back home and rested. And then we went back to another friend's house and did fireworks and late night in the dark boat rides, and oh, it was just amazing. But now that all that's done, it's time for me to get back to having fun here by myself. And one of the things that I had done the other day is I had gone down to the lake with my little tin boat, figured out that the trolling motor worked, and I was thinking I wanted to cut the trolling motor down. So I looked on YouTube and found several people who had done that by cutting the shaft. So I'll be doing that. But the other thing is the boat has a real slow leak right in the back. And I did a bunch of that Flex Seal paint all on the outside, but still leaking a little. So I thought, I picked up this quart of white Flex Seal, and I thought, well, I'll just flip it over and paint the inside back there where it's leaking. Of course, I can also look at the outside and see if I can see. I'm not sure how this stuff will scratch up being drug across the ground. Of course, you got a boat going in and out of the water, you're always going to drag it somewhere. And so I want to see what I got on there holds up. So I think what I'm going to do is run down and get the boat, come back up here, paint the inside of the bottom and let it sit out in the sun to dry. And while it's drying, I'll go to work on this thing. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the boat. Well, I got Charlie out here supervising my work, and his little sister Daisy over there is also keeping an eye out for any bad hombres that show up and want to cause trouble. So we're pretty well protected here, and I got the engineering specialties of my little weenie dog right there. So life is good here. Things I'm thinking about, you know, I've got this lawnmower, and I got a Snapper Comet right there. I got another John Deere around the corner, and then I got my dad's John Deere up in Maine that I'm going to want to bring down here. So that's 4 lawn tractors, and they all take up space. I got a pretty good shed for one of them around there, but these others not so much. And I got to think about this metal that I've got that looks like this, and the end of these pieces of metal have a little thing like this with a hole, and it occurred to me that I could put that piece of metal and butt it right up against the end of each one of these roof joists, rafters, and bring this out. These things are like 9 foot 3 inches, so I could also take one of these and stick it in the ground, kind of like I did under my porch back there. Take another one and weld 3 of them together. That'd give me 24 feet across here. And then bring this out to that, put that piece in the ground, throw some cement around the base of it. And then I would have a framework for a carport or a shed that I could keep these tractors in and get them out of the weather. Even if I didn't have walls, I mentioned to Rusty this morning all I would need after that would be some tin. He said, well, I'll bring you some tin. And he might. You know, he's busy. He's got a life of his own, and he's going back to work after his knee surgery. So I don't know if he's actually going to have time to do that or not. He's an awful nice guy. he comes and visits from time to time. I might have seen him at the party the other day. But anyway, so all those are things I'd kind of like to do. I've got about 3 weeks before we have to go to Maine. I don't really have a big project planned, but I'm thinking I could probably do the framework for this in a couple, 3 days. Because I mean, even if I don't have a big project planned, I still want to do stuff because I don't want to sit around and be bored, you know. And I'm not that kind of guy. I tend to like to stay busy. So anyway, I'm gonna go get my boat. I'll come back and we'll talk some more, or we won't. I don't know. Whichever way it goes. See, and along those lines, we was at a party last night, and there was some people there that didn't know me, and my buddy Mad Dog was sitting there, and he was telling them about a video I made, and he said, yeah, he makes all kind of videos, and most of them ain't no good, but once in a while he makes a good one. And I thought, well, he kind of summed me up pretty good. I got a video I made of duck release day over at his house when he had to put his ducks up to keep hunters from shooting his pet ducks, and he took them and set them free at the end of the hunting season. And I got that on film, made a video, and he liked the video, him and his wife. So I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, I do stuff all the time, don't amount to much, but once in a while I do something worth looking at. That's me. That's how I am. That's how I roll, baby.